Many of you wanted to learn how your students could create online books and use Web 2.0 tools. And so I thought that I would start with just this real simple Web 2.0 tool called Little Bird Tales. This would probably be more appropriate for K2 kids. I'm just going to show you how to go through and figure out how to sign up, how to get your kids signed up, and how to get started. So this will be several videos that you'll need to watch. Now, I'm not real familiar with Little Bird Tales, so I'm just going to kind of guide you through with my own thinking. I'm going to try to figure this out as we go. So bear with me if I make mistakes along the way, because I haven't really used this much. First of all, what you're going to want to do is create an account. So when you click here on create an account, it's going to ask you to sign up. So you're going to create with your first name, last name, an email address, password, and then you just click that you're a teacher and agree to the terms. For some reason, they want to make sure that you're human, and so you have to answer that test. I do not understand that, and then you sign up. So I've actually already signed up, so I'm going to click here back to the home, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going to just type in, if I can remember what I signed up. That's the big one. Can you remember your username and password? A lot of times, if I'm on my computer, I just say remember me and sign in. Let's see. Click on go, and there you have it. So notice that there is a school login right here. And we'll look at that in another video, because that's how students would sign in. So what could I do? I can create a tale, I can manage my classes in my school, import students, and then look at the Common Core. So let's go to manage classes. So if it depends on, if it were me, I would just manage my own class. I would add a class, so you'll notice that I've already done that. You just click on add a class, put the name of the class. So since we're elementary school, you just put your name and save it. So here I am with my class name. I'm going to click on that. So I have my class here, and then I'm just going to begin to add all of my students. So let's say, I've already added Gracie, so I'm going to add my son. So student's first and last name, so I'm just going to say Trey Kimbrell. Now it gives you a username of some random numbers. I really don't want that. I can actually change that. So I could just make this their first and last name, and then the password could be ABC. I could change that as well. If you use different things online quite often and your kids have a password, maybe it's 1234, then you could definitely do that. I'm going to stick with ABC and click on save. And notice now I have 2 students, so I'll just continue to do that throughout. I can also edit, I can remove these students. Now up here you've got students can make tales public. It's really up to you. Before we make that decision, I guess it really depends on how they show their work, like if it's got their first and last name, which if that's the case, we might need to change their username so that it doesn't have their first and last name. So let's look at that here in a little bit. And then students can share tales via email. I really think that would be a good thing, because you may want them to share it with you or their parents. And then who can view the class page? Only I can, so you can make it where it's just you, or the students and yourself can do it, which I think would be nice. or everyone. So before we make a decision on everyone, let's look and see how things are shared and what it looks like. Then you've got teacher actions up here where you can print student cards. So I'm going to click on that for just a second, and notice it goes into my downloads. Notice that it has the username and password. You know, when I created Gracie's, I just did Gracie K. I think that's probably what I need to do for Trey's. I think it would be best. Let's go back to Trey's and edit that and just make people's usernames. You don't want any real identifiable marks for your kids. Like, you want to try to be as generic as possible. I mean, they could even create their own username online. I mean, it could be something like Big Bird or something. So think about that. Another action that a teacher is you can view your class page and edit your page. So let's go to view class page because I haven't looked at that. So it says, welcome to your class page where you can display your class tales. Right now it looks pretty empty, but your students will have it filled up in no time. So use the edit class page link above to manage your tales will be visible on the class page. Okay, so when you're ready to share your tales with students and parents and others, change the class page permission and email the URL of this page. So that's pretty neat. Notice that this is your class page URL up here. So if you wanted to send this to parents and say, you know, come look at some of the tales that we've created, then that'd be great. All right, so let's go back to classes list and look at our students. So we've kind of looked at all of this. So let's, with that being said, I'm gonna stop this video here, and the next video will go into actually creating a tale.